Hey, what up? It's Lex. It is Thursday, February 22nd, 2018. In today's video, I want to show you about my day trade today, where I made $200 in about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours, but it was actually $192 in 2 hours, so almost $200 in 2 hours on a short on OREX. So I want to go over the trade and show you why I shorted it and my entry and exit levels. And once again, this video is entertainment purposes, not financial advice. So let's take a look at OREX. So overall, the markets this week and the past 2 weeks have been really slow. There hasn't been many plays at all, especially on the long side. For the most part, everything has been pretty bearish as far as the market trends. The Dow Jones has been kind of choppy. Nasdaq's been choppy ever since we went into correction mode about 3 weeks ago. So there hasn't been a lot of plays. There's really been no longs. Today there was maybe 2 longs. My size, MYSC, which was up on news that the CEO was going to be on Fox Business Network this weekend. That was the news. That's why it spiked. I didn't buy it just because I don't like this chart. But it was a breakout, and it was up 38%. Now that was the biggest percentage gain winner on the day, 38%, which is good. But usually when we're dealing with stocks under $5, all last year we saw stocks that would spike at least 70, 100, sometimes 200-300% in a day. So those days are long gone right now. We're barely having any plays like that. So you really have to be patient in the market. However, there is ways to make money on shorting, and lately I've been doing a lot more shorting than long, just because the market's been kind of bearish, and a lot of these stocks are just, all these morning spikes are just failing. Shorts are coming all over them, especially if they don't have good enough news. And the stock that I found today that filled that kind of criteria was OREX. Now this stock is a biotech small cap. It's a really crappy company, and it hasn't had any news. And it's been spiking the past 3 days. If you look at this, you have 3 huge green-white candles at the end of a huge downtrend the past 3 years, and it's bouncing off its low from 3 days ago. So there was a little bottom bouncer, and there's been no news. It has no reason to go up, and if we look at the fundamentals, this stock is just crap. It has a market cap of only 23 million. The float is 10 million, so it's kind of small. That didn't bother me because when you look over here at the balance sheet, it only has 70 million cash. Debt is $171 million. So it's got double the debt, and it has minus 140 million operating cash with a negative $4 book value. It's a total crap company. There's no news whatsoever, and the markets were choppy, and the markets closed, the Nasdaq at least closed in the red today. So I found shares to short on this. I'm like, this is going to go down. It's been up for 3 days, and it was risky because it was forming a bullish flag on the daily, but I knew it was up 3 days on no news. And once the volume started drying up and it failed to break, kind of had a double top here around 157. I was watching it all day, and when it broke this 150 a couple times, after it failed like around 12:11, actually no, I got in around noon. But after it failed to break this third top here at 157, that's when I shorted it. A little before that, I anticipated it, so I was down maybe 50 bucks, but then it came right back down. I got in around 12:02 p.m. and then once it failed to break it the second time, and it started losing volume, and it started ending the lunchtime dip, I thought I had a pretty good position entry around noon. Lunchtime dip, Nasdaq was going in the red, and the chat rooms were starting to get a little skeptical about this play since there was no news. It shot down quickly all the way down to 140, so I was happy with that. I waited it out. I thought it would continue to go lower as the Nasdaq started to slide into the red. And eventually it broke out again down, and I just wrote it down. I hit my price target of 126. I put it a little above 125, key psychological level. Sure enough, it actually broke down even more, but it was up, when I bought it, it was up around 26% on the day. So I was looking to maybe try to grab 15%. I ended up grabbing 19%, so almost 20% from $1.50 down to $1.26. I didn't want to go any lower than that just because it probably would have support on the opening day's 30-minute range. That's pretty much where I got out at $1.26. So I took my 23 cents per share. It was a nice $192 after commissions. It was 192 minus $9.90 commission. So I made about $182, and that was a little over 2 hours, 2:19. I bought it at 12 p.m., sold it at 2:19 p.m. Grabbed 800 shares, $1.50, sold it $1.26. And that was it. There was really no other plays today. My size. Let's see. The other play was Chesapeake Energy. It beat earnings, and oil has been spiking. Energy has been very bullish this year. So this was a play that I was looking towards, but I was already in. OREX at this point, so I don't want to have too many plays. And I'm also long POTN. It's an OTC pot stock. It spiked on news just because it's been tripling its revenues year over year and month over month, and it's an OTC stock, so there's not many shares to short on this, and it's cheap. It's like 50 cents. And I played this ticker before, so I'm actually long on this 2,000 shares at 57, so I'm actually down like a cent, but I'm going to swing this. I like the chart pattern. I've played this before. Usually when you have a green day in this chart, you usually have another green day following up, especially when this has news and it's OTC, and tomorrow's a Friday, so I don't think shorts will be holding over the weekend. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. If you like this video, please like it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Happy trading. Take care.